What if all New Yorkers are really on the same page? Well, after the first two One Book, One New York campaigns, which truly succeeded in getting thousands of New Yorkers reading the same book at the same time, the Mayor's Office of Media and Entertainment is doing it again. In collaboration with BuzzFeed, it recently announced the 5 books from which New Yorkers can now vote for the one book that they all want to read together. And joining us now to talk about One Book, One New York 2019 is Ann Del Castillo, Acting Commissioner of the Mayor's Office of Media and Entertainment. Ann, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So Ann, you guys were really successful during the last 2 years. You really got a lot of New Yorkers reading the same book at the same time, but why is that a good thing? Why do we want that?
You know, I think it's great for accessing other cultures, other people's stories, really fostering a sense of cross-cultural understanding, which is absolutely critical in these times. And we're happy to be able to provide this year 5 books by amazing women authors. So this first one is A Place for Us by Fatima Farheen Mirza, and it's about a Muslim American family in post 9/11 America. Nilda by Nicolasa Moore, about a young Puerto Rican girl growing up in the Bronx in World War II era. Just Kids by Patti Smith is really her love letter to Robert Mapplethorpe. Yeah. It talks about their relationship in the late 1960s. Free Food for Millionaires by Min Jin Lee is about a first-generation Korean-American woman growing up in Queens, actually coming into womanhood in the 1990s. And then Another Brooklyn by Jacqueline Woodson is about 4 girls growing up in Bushwick in the 1990s.
Wow, that's fantastic. I only really knew one of those books before I started reading about One Book, One Year, but I'm going to read all 5, and I'm going to vote like I have the last 2 years.
Good.
So I'm guessing that the finalists being all women was not an accident?
No. We really wanted to celebrate women authors this year. It's part of a series of initiatives that our office has launched, really celebrating women creatives in New York City. And so we worked with our partners at the New York Public Library and the Center for Fiction, along with our media partner BuzzFeed, to select these 5 books.
So give us a little more info about how they were selected and who selected them.
So BuzzFeed is our media partner this year, and they're fantastic. They actually have an online book club that will be featuring the winning book throughout the month of July. The Center for Fiction is a brand new facility in Brooklyn, and we're going to be doing a culminating event with them at the end of the campaign. And the New York Public Library, of course, we have to work with them. They're a venerable institution. And so the 3 of them, drawing on their experience, helped us select these books. We were looking for women authors here in New York with real diverse stories to tell. I think you can see from the books that we've selected that there's real diverse range of storytelling, age, life experience. So it's
real
really
New York.
Yes,
it's real New York.
Exactly.
So how do our viewers get to pick the one that they want to read with everyone else?
Well, so we were able to work with the publishers to make sure that 500 copies of each book was distributed to the 219 libraries throughout the city, so they can definitely go to their local library and pick them up. We're also working with independent bookstores throughout the campaign to promote the books, so people can go to their local bookstore for sure and pick it up there. And so we've announced the books early so that people could start reading them. And on April 1st, we're going to open up voting at nyc.gov/onebook, where people can cast their vote for their favorite book.
As I've talked about this before in previous years, this kind of thing was attempted in 2002. It didn't work, but it has worked the way that you guys have been doing it. What have you been doing to make it work?
You know, I think working with our partners, really featuring New York authors, and just getting the word out. So, you know, one of the things you'll start to see on April 1st when the voting kicks off, you'll see advertising in the subways talking about promoting the books, featuring books, encouraging people to vote. We're also partnering, as I said, with BuzzFeed, and they're going to have a month-long feature of the winning book to encourage conversations at their book club. And there'll be opportunities to talk with the author, the winning author, also about the book.
Yeah, talk about that. There's a couple of big events.
Yes, that's correct. So throughout the month of April, there'll be voting online. Again, it's nyc.gov/onebook, where people can cast their vote. And then on May 3rd, we'll announce the winning book selection. The following week, we're working with Penn World Voices Festival, where there will be a talk with the author of the winning book, and that event will be free and open to the public. I should say, actually, April 23rd, before voting
Right.
closes, there's going to be an opportunity for the public to come to an event at the New York Public Library. It's a free event featuring all 5 authors
Wow, that's
talking about the
great.
books.
That's terrific.
So that will be open to the public as well as live streamed, so people can learn a little bit more about the books and the authors. Again, we'll announce the books, the winning book on May 3rd, have a talk with the winning author at Penn World Voices Festival. Throughout the month of July, they'll have an opportunity to interact with the author at BuzzFeed's online book club. And then in September, we'll have a culminating event at the Center for Fiction.
Into September. So
Yes.
some of the things that you're doing this year are new,
Yes.
right? That you didn't
Yes.
do last year.
Yes, we announced the books early so that people would have time to read them. And then we have these 3 major events where people can interact with the authors and really just have an ongoing conversation throughout the summer about the winning book.
Okay, that sounds fantastic. And the final day of voting is?
April 30th,
And the book is going to be announced when?
May 3rd.
Okay. And thank you so much. I always love doing this segment.
Thanks
Thank
so
you so
much.
much for joining us to
Appreciate
talk
it.
about these books.
Okay.
To find out more about One Book, One New York and how you can vote for your favorite title before the winner is announced on May 3rd, you can visit our website at metrofocus.org.